India's coronavirus tally has risen to 3,20,922 cases today, as it recorded yet again the single biggest day jump of 11,929 new infections in the last 24 hours, with 311 people losing their lives to the virus. This is, of course, as per official Health Ministry data that has been released. A total of 9,195 COVID patients have lost their lives so far. This is the second consecutive day that India has recorded more than 11,000 new infections in a single day. So in this context, it was an all-important meeting chaired by the Prime Minister yesterday, taking stock of India's COVID preparedness, and now that important meeting that is underway at the Home Ministry. Let me go across to my colleague Sukirti Dwivedi joining us live on the broadcast. Sukirti, that all-important meeting that we've been talking about all day is currently underway. We've seen those visuals of the Delhi Chief Minister, the Delhi Health Minister and the Union Health Minister there arriving at the Home Ministry for that meeting. What's on the agenda? What are you picking up from your sources within the Delhi government? What's going to be their demand?
Well, firstly, it's a review meeting, so Mr. Amit Shah will be taking stock of what exactly are Delhi's preparations, considering the Delhi government, by its own calculation, has come up with this projection that by the end of this month, there will be 1 lakh cases, 15,000 beds will be needed. By the end of July, 1.5 lakh beds will be needed for about 5.5 lakh cases. Now, what exactly is the government's preparation? Because while they can come up with these projections, what is the on-ground situation that Delhi is coming up with, considering a daily spike of over 2,000 cases is being witnessed at this point of time. So many of the decisions that the Delhi government has just made with respect to adding more hospital beds, whether it is in nursing homes or now even as the latest update that we have, that about 20,000 beds for their preparation, over 40 hotels and 80 banquet halls are also being brought under the ambit of the government, and even their beds will be prepared. So these are the kind of measures that the Delhi government will be presenting before the Home Minister, their officials from the Health Department of Delhi. They will be presenting all of these things, and then of course to give wider perspective on what kind of medical infrastructure is further needed. AIIMS Director Dr. Randeep Guleria will also be present at the meeting. So will be many officials of the State Disaster Management Authority. So the agenda will remain that if Delhi is really expecting 1 lakh cases by the end of this month and 5.5 lakh by end of July, what really is the preparation on ground? So they will be preparing a basic blueprint of what exactly should be done, what are the big things they need to look at, and then of course a 5 p.m. meeting with the mayors of Delhi's municipal corporations to get the finer details.
Blueprint of what is to come in terms of preparedness in anticipation of a huge spike in the number of coronavirus cases. But Sukirti, there's context, of course, in the light of the entire controversy where the Delhi government came forward, announced that they will open up borders but reserve, Delhi state-run hospitals for the citizens of Delhi. It was overruled by the Lieutenant Governor. So clearly, there has been a little bit of tug and pull between the Lieutenant Governor and the Delhi government. Nothing new. But at a time when we're dealing with a pandemic, it is extremely important for all forces to come together, to collaborate, to collate efforts, in order to be able to deal with the situation on the ground.
Well, yes, absolutely, Rishika. Important that you mentioned that, considering the meeting is between Mr. Kejriwal and Amit Shah, and Mr. Kejriwal had recently, along with many of his other ministers, had also made these remarks that when the LG overruled the decision on hospitals, then the allegations made against the LG were this, that he's being pushed by the BJP to overrule decisions that are being made by the Delhi government. This is all an agenda of the BJP. He's being pressurized by the BJP, and that is why he's come up with these decisions. All of that was said, and those are the kind of exchange that we've been seeing. But at the same time, Mr. Kejriwal at other points of time has also said that this is not a time to politicize stuff, and we really need to come on board together and sort things out. And that is the kind of approach that is likely to be in focus when the meeting takes place today.
All right.